Hello and welcome to Geeky Thinker Story. I am the Geeky Thinker who often takes the heart out on this open mic before you. Today we are diving into a topic that has been the focus of psychology, philosophy, and even our everyday relationships. Attachment. What does it mean? Is attachment the same as love? When is it healthy? And can it sometimes lead to mental health challenges? Let's unpack this together. First, let's define attachment. Attachment is a deep, enduring emotional bond that connects one person to another. British psychologist John Bowlby popularized the term in his attachment theory. He described it as an instinctive need for closeness and safety beginning in early childhood between a caregiver and a child. This connection lays the foundation for how we relate to others throughout life. We can also get attached to objects, dreams, passions, and even jobs, if not the people. But attachment does not just stop in childhood. It's present in our friendships, romantic relationships, and feelings about things, concepts like our work or hobbies. It's everywhere. But here is where it gets tricky. Is attachment love? Now, let's consider this. Is attachment love? At first glance, they seem inseparable. You care deeply about someone, you want to be close to them, and you feel secure when they are around. Sounds like love, right? Well, not quite. Love is often described as a selfless act focusing on giving without expecting something in return. Attachment, on the other hand, can be more between meeting our own needs, like the need for security, validation, or comfort. It's possible to be attached to someone without truly loving them. Think about it. Have you ever held onto a relationship not because you were deeply in love, but because it felt safe? The attachment at play. If you ask me, I'll say love is attachment. When you are attached to someone for a very long period of time, that's what we call love. When you are seeking the person's consolation you want the most. Isn't that expectation named love? They say if you love, you cannot expect anything in return. But if you do not have anything to ask back, where is the interaction? If there is no interaction, how come is it love? It should be an obsession in that case, isn't it? So, what does healthy attachment look like? A healthy attachment is rooted in mutual respect, trust, and interdependence. It's about building a connection where both individuals can grow independently while supporting each other. It doesn't feel clingy or overwhelming. Instead, it's a bond where both people feel safe to express their needs and emotions without fear of judgment or abandonment. For example, in healthy romantic relationships, partners can rely on each other for emotional support, but they don't lose their sense of self. There is a balance. Healthy attachment allows for individuality while fostering connection. However, the word rely is a big no in today's relationship. These days, a relationship or a partner is no longer a choice. It's an option that can be easily replaceable. If it is not you, then someone else. When I say relationship, I necessarily not only mean romantic relationships. I also referred every other relationship that seeks validity. For example, a second child for parents is definitely an option, and then comes the philosophy of never defining unconditional love of parents. If that's the case, why in every second child syndrome we see a lack of self-respect and too much self-doubt coming from the constant comparison and existence struggle from early childhood with the first child? The natural question arises as to why there is a second child at all in the scene. Of course, the answer is either it is the result of an unplanned, unprotected physical relationship or it is just because of what people will think. But, and this is a big but, when attachment turns unhealthy, it can create problems. Unhealthy attachment often arises when it becomes overly dependent or controlling. This is what psychologists might call an insecure attachment style. For instance, an anxious attachment style may lead someone to seek reassurance from their partner, fearing rejection constantly. Conversely, an avoidant attachment style might make someone emotionally distant and afraid of vulnerability. When we become too reliant on someone for our happiness or self worth, it's like building a house on shaky ground. What happens if that person leaves or if they can't meet our emotional needs all the time? This kind of dependence can spiral into anxiety, lower self esteem, and even depression. And here's the tough truth, it's not the attachment itself that causes the problem, but our relationship with attachment. If we cling to it fearing loss or push it away fearing closeness, we end up in a cycle of emotional turmoil. So, what can we do about it? How can we cultivate healthy attachment while avoiding the pitfalls of unhealthy dependence? Build self awareness. This is the first step, of course. Then you can foster independence. Communicate openly. Seek support if needed. Attachment is a fundamental part of being human. It's what helps us from relationships and navigate the world. But like anything, it needs balance. Healthy attachment can be a source of immense strength and comfort, while unhealthy attachment can hold us back. So, as you reflect on your relationships, ask yourself, is this attachment helping you grow or is it holding you back? The answers might surprise you. Thank you for tuning in today. If you found this episode insightful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and let me know your thoughts on attachment in this comment section below. Have you experienced the difference between attachment and love? I would love to hear your stories. Until next time, take care of yourselves and your relationships. Stay curious, stay kind, and I will see you in the next.